Beyond the drama you've seen on Love is Blind Sweden, there's more to the contestants than was shown on the show. Since Love is Blind Sweden has been gaining popularity even outside the country, viewers have found some controversial couples the easiest to talk about. Myra and Oscar, who had a very interesting connection in the pods, haven't been doing well since they saw each other physically, and many fans think most of this is Myra's fault, as she seems concerned about her cultural differences with Oscar. Also, many of their dates outside the pods show no physical attraction between the two, and they seem to be forcing everything. But Myra thinks Netflix did them dirty by maliciously and terribly editing the footage of their relationship. The contestant took to her Instagram to thank everyone following her love story for their positive or negative contribution. Then she said, "It saddens me that all the hours of dating Oscar in the capsules and also in Cyprus have been cut and heavily edited to a few minutes of drama, awkwardness, and nothing more." However, Myra confirmed that she got cold feet at some point because marriage is a big deal and she had the right to be afraid. But then she was also determined to make things work because she was confident that her relationship with Oscar was worth fighting for. Myra also made a shocking revelation that she had some very interesting conversations and amazing dates with Oscar that Netflix decided not to show. According to her, Netflix only wanted a dramatic twist between herself and Oscar and decided to show a different narrative to what was going on. Myra also mentioned that viewers should try to ignore everything shown about their relationship in the past episodes, saying, "Believe me, if it were as bad as it is portrayed, none of us would have stayed." Instead, she pleaded that they should look forward to seeing a better representation in the new episodes. However, some viewers maintained that Myra's actions showed signs that she wasn't physically attracted to Oscar. But Myra has the perfect excuse for this. She said, "There was no problem with the attraction because of his appearance. Filming in Cyprus was incredibly trying and stressful. You are watched almost all day, and an impending marriage felt so much more real and scary when you stepped out of the safety of the capsules." Also, she said that her rigid attitude on set was mostly based on the fact that she hated people asking her about her physical status with Oscar. She said she fell for Oscar in the pods and continued to feel the same way even after they saw each other. Although many viewers don't want to believe Myra because they saw her actions on the TV, Oscar has also come out to give his version, which is very close to Myra's. He revealed that he had already bonded with her over their cultural differences in the pods and had no hesitation in getting on with her because she's Afghan. Oscar wrote in a long Instagram post. Unfortunately, the production chose to cut that entire part out and focus on Myra's concerns instead. Myra raised some valid points during our coffee shop date in Cyprus related to her cultural background, which I can understand. Oscar added that he understood Myra's concerns because he looked like a well-to-do guy from a rich Swedish neighborhood, and Myra was anxious about how she would be accepted in his family. However, he added that the disagreement started when he couldn't understand why Myra complained of not fitting in. According to Oscar, he was raised by his Iranian mother, and he's from a working-class family, which makes him even more similar to Myra, who was scared of their cultural differences. But then, Oscar also made a shocking revelation, saying that Myra responded to his feelings with kind words and even gifts. Still, it wasn't shown because Netflix wanted to make drama with the controversies from their relationship. Then, he also made excuses for Myra's stiffness, saying that it was natural for that to happen since they went from pods, where they had privacy, to the open, where many eyes were on them. He continued to say that despite the unfavorable conditions they met outside, he still had some of the best moments with Myra, which Netflix has also decided to keep hidden to create drama. Oscar added, "I would have liked the viewers to experience a better balance between what we bonded over and the challenges we faced. Now, unfortunately, the narrative is very much tilted towards the latter." And like Myra already assured, Oscar also said the new episodes of Love is Blind Sweden will give viewers more insight into their relationship. Another untold truth about the series is that some of the contestants are mostly superficial, which defeats the purpose of the show. Beyond the emotional connections and love in the safe space of the pods, facing reality has been a huge problem for the show's cast, and many of these situations concern their financial capabilities and family. So, even though Love is Blind, earnings and looks are also very important and could hurt the emotional connections already worked on in the pods. The money the contestants earn affects what happens in their relationships, and you can't imagine how much they each made this past year. As soon as Love is Blind Blind Sweden started to air, many shocking details were revealed, especially about lovers who seemed to have connected in the pods but started having second thoughts later. But what's even worse is that the show may have cast contestants without a proper background check, and one is reported to have a shady case of SA. Although the court freed the participant, as many of the charges against him couldn't be proven, he, however, admitted to pouring soda on his ex-lover when she was sleeping. He claimed to have done this when his partner wouldn't allow him to read her text messages. But then the soda issue wasn't why he faced trial in court. It was just one of the minor issues that was brought up. While the name of the alleged participant was hidden at first, further investigation shows that it was Sergio, but he wasn't proven guilty by the court. However, many Reddit users immediately responded that they knew the contestant would be Sergio, and they mostly feel disappointed that Netflix didn't do thorough research before bringing the participants on the show. A reputable Swedish media outlet added that they've reached out to the production for answers on why someone with a complicated past relationship like that would be added to an international dating platform. But the untold truth in Love is Blind Sweden keeps getting crazier, as the show also hinted that one of the male contestants got a lady pregnant in Barcelona. And it didn't end there, because it became messy when many contestants figured out who it could be and Sergio was approached about it. Although it remains a rumor, viewers are angry at Sergio for being manipulative and not being a good person. Also, many fans think Amanda should drop Sergio because it doesn't matter if the rumors are true, as they are certain that Sergio is hiding something. The crazy thing about Amanda and her love interest, Sergio, is that people think Amanda is concerned about Sergio's finances, which is why she was more disappointed after seeing his apartment. But you won't believe how much Sergio earned for a whole year. The money issue between Sergio and Amanda started after Sergio oversold his apartment, but it later turned out to be a disappointment. This issue has caused a lot of debate on the internet, with people saying Amanda shouldn't have laughed at the poor state of the apartment and the unusual layout, and many have concluded that she was mocking Sergio's financial situation. However, Sergio, who works as a soccer coach and party DJ, declared that he earned only about $38 last year, which is ridiculous and the lowest amount earned by any of the contestants. Sergio is also battling a shortage of $2,000 in income on his capital investments. Myra, an economist, made a total of 454,319 Swedish krona, which is around $45,000. Then Oscar, who works as a financial advisor, earned $71,000 with a lesser loss of capital income than Myra's. Amanda, an economist, earned around $40,000 this past year. Amelia also earned a lot of money this past year, which rounded up to $65,000 as a business manager in telecommunications. Then Lucas got about $64,000 working as an operations manager in energy production. And since the two are lovers, it makes sense to see that they are in the same financial bracket, making them even more compatible. It's a different case for Chrysalie, an interior stylist and shop assistant whose entire income for the past year is $9,000, while her partner Rasmus, who's self-employed, made $62,000. Katja and Christopher also had their issues, which completely ruined their relationship. However, the problem was based on Katja not being physically attracted to Christopher, resulting in them throwing their rings away. While their physical compatibility failed, their financial capacity seems close, with Christopher earning about $37,000 a year and he's self-employed. Then Katja made around $42,600 as an HR specialist. With how the contestants were mostly concerned about the physical appearance from the pods until they got outside of it, it made many viewers think that they are the most shallow set ever on the franchise. All of the contestants seem to have a problem with physical connections, as Rasmus was initially unsure of pursuing a relationship with Chrysalie even before they had seen each other. He said, "From what I already know now, I want to explore things more, but I have to see her first. She's of Estonian descent. I don't even know what that is. I don't know how it affects your looks." Rasmus also made a comment that some fans saw as being racist when he said that Chrysalie could be Chinese in a very unpleasant way, and all of these untold truths about the show have made many fans believe that Love isn't actually blind.